Hello everyone, this is Siddhant Ray here. This video captures some interesting facts about robotic surgery. Going back into the history of surgery, Sage Sushruta is considered as the father of surgery. He was born in 800 before Common Era and he did complex surgeries like rhinoplasty, cesarean, cataract, fixation of amputated arms, appendicitis, etc. with unprecedented ease. Remember, this was 800 BCE, meaning 2800 years ago. It sounds so unbelievable to note that more than 2500 years before anesthesia could be invented, Sage Sushruta did all these complex surgeries with ease and a high success rate. A similar disbelief engulfs us when somebody tells us that a bot could conduct complex surgeries with 100% accuracy. Let us get out of the layman mode and try and understand robotic surgery in greater detail. Robotic surgery is defined as a stream of advanced science and technology where complex surgeries are carried out using mechanical arms or advanced laparoscopic devices aided by surgical instruments and cameras. Of course, the whole system is driven and controlled by a skilled surgeon. The biggest advantages of robotic surgery are that these surgeries are minimally invasive, calling for smaller incisions, and they also have near zero error margin. So, in a nutshell, robotic surgery or robot-assisted surgery allows doctors to perform various types of complex surgeries with immaculate precision, flexibility, and control, way beyond what a doctor would have had he or she performed the same surgery manually in a conventional manner. End of the day, surgeons are as humans as all of us, and they are as much subject to body and mind fatigue as all of us. There have been several instances of botched up surgeries in the past where surgeons have committed errors and on some occasions massive blunders as well. To give an example, in 2018, a 33-year-old patient from Hyderabad, India had undergone a hernia surgery. She used to feel cramps and pains even after the surgery, and this was quite unusual. She continued experiencing the pain 3 long months. Finally, one night when she complained of excruciating pain all over her abdomen, an emergency X-ray was conducted. What the X-ray revealed was absolutely shocking. A pair of scissors were seen in her abdomen. The operating surgeon had left it there accidentally during the hernia surgery. She underwent another surgery to have the scissors removed. This was an example of an error committed by a surgeon during surgery. Similarly, there have been several cases in the past where surgeons who were sick or sleep deprived during a surgery messed up with seemingly simple surgeries. Such human errors in surgical procedures could lead to extreme trauma for the patient and even prove fatal in some cases. Robotic surgery, on the other hand, eliminates all these human errors to a great extent. Most importantly, robotic surgery lends a very steady and well-directed hand to the surgery. A human arm can shiver once in a while, but a bot never will. Wherever there is a human element involved, there is a human error element involved too, and this is something which is unavoidable. Howsoever steady and seasoned a surgeon's hands may be, mistakes can surely happen once in a while. This risk can be eliminated to a great extent through robotic surgery. Now, let us talk about the pioneers in the field of robotic surgery. Some of the leading names today in the field of robotic surgery are Intuitive Surgical, Siemens Healthineers, Medtronic, Stryker, Johnson & Johnson, Asensus Surgical, and Zimmer Biomet. Everything from organ transplants to gastrointestinal procedures to spine surgery to urological operations to brain surgery can be performed using robots of one type or another. Surgical robots are generally operated by highly trained surgeons who specialize in robot-assisted surgeries. Bots allow surgeons to make more precise incisions. They have helped pioneer new minimally invasive ways to perform a wide range of surgical procedures, giving patients a much faster recovery time. One of the most significant bots which revolutionized the medical engineering industry was the Da Vinci surgical system. The Da Vinci surgical system is a robotic surgical system made by an American company, Intuitive Surgical. It was approved by the Food and Drug Administration in the year 2000. It is designed to facilitate surgery using a minimally invasive approach and is controlled by a surgeon from a console, usually sitting in the same room. Apart from the console, it also consists of a patient side cart with 3 to 4 interactive robotic arms, which are controlled from the console. The arms are meant for the tools that hold objects and can also act as scalpels, scissors, bowies, or graspers. The final arm controls the 3D cameras. The surgeon uses the console's controls to maneuver the robotic arms. The Da Vinci surgical system lends high degree of precision, finesse, and accuracy to the surgeries performed using it. Let us now try and understand the softwares and programming languages which drive robotic surgery bots. A a software called AutoCAD, which is computer aided designing, used for making 2D diagrams, and various different programming softwares like Python and C++ are typically used in this space. Seamless assimilation of advanced IoT into robotic surgical technology is the next big thing in the making. Coming to the hardware, robotic arms and advanced laparoscopic devices are major components in robotic surgeries. These are managed by the operating surgeon using an advanced console. The robotic arms and laparoscopic devices are fitted with precision cameras and they hold surgical devices which are used in the performance of the surgery. In fact, nowadays, with advanced software integration and synchronized planning, surgeons are able to perform robotic surgeries even from remote locations. We had heard about work from home for professionals. Now, surgeons can also literally work from home and perform complex surgeries. That is the sweet spot technology has driven us into. Thanks to these developments, a surgeon sitting in the US can actually operate upon a patient in India or Germany or Singapore with the aid of robotic surgery. Robotic cardiac surgery is another area which has seen rapid development recently. There was a time when coronary artery bypass grafting or bypass surgery was a complex open heart surgery. Today, robot-assisted cardiothoracic surgery is minimally invasive and is done with small cuts. In fact, by 2028, the world's first completely robotic hybrid heart will be ready for transplant. This innovation is slated to completely eradicate the need for heart transplants in a few years from now. Certain renowned Dutch physicians are working with the British Heart Foundation to develop the hybrid heart model, which will reportedly be made of soft artificial muscles and sensors and coated with lab-grown human tissue. This heart will be driven by fluid or air and powered by electricity that will be transferred wirelessly from a power source owned by the patient. A small battery implanted in the patient will be able to power the heart for about an hour in the case of water exposure. A hybrid heart could create the first ever solution for end-stage heart failure. So, robotic surgery is as much a thing of present as it is a thing of the future, and it shall revolutionize the way humans look at surgery. Before the invention of anesthesia, 90% patients being operated upon would die of either shock or pain, seeing themselves being cut open. The invention of anesthesia revolutionized things completely. A similar revolution, if not bigger, is being brought about by robotic surgery. It is predicted that in less than 3 decades from now, every surgery on earth shall be performed using bots. The surgeon's hands shall only work on the console which will operate the bot. Given the extensive research and development currently going on in the robotic surgery space, we may actually see this day sooner than what is predicted. So, we are in for very exciting times ahead in the space of robotic surgery. If you liked this video, smash the like button. Also, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel Siddhant'S Coding World for more interesting videos like this. See you soon everyone. Bye for now.